to another update video from May. First we'll go through the new features and then through the fixes. The GL entry screen in Payroll Export Setup can now be sorted by clicking on the header. The exception analysis now has a list of absent codes that can be selected to be included or excluded from the report. The exception analysis now has the option for summary. With this enabled, it will summarize all the data into one total. With it disabled, it will display each record individually. Added the feature Total on New, which will allow the exception analysis to provide a total under each new sort option. I have these three options available to me based on my sort above. If I change my sort option, my total on new options will change as well. For example, with this set to employee code, for each new employee, it would provide a total of the records requested. If I switch this to department and select total on new work department, it would provide me totals for each department on the report. Under amounts, we have now added the option for instances. Before, we only had hours and a decimal time. So for example, if we had a report that displayed 2 vacation days for 8 hours each, we would have 16 hours of total vacation time. With instances, it would just say 2 instances of vacation. Added 2 new exceptions to the exception analysis for users changing the shift date or worked date. In Time Bank Setup, with the check mark Overtime Bank enabled, we've added an option to bank regular hours. It can be set to either a day or weekly format. With it set to day here, it will bank anything above 7 hours worked in a day at regular hours. And I can set this for a week, for example at 35 hours in a week. Anything above 35, it would bank as regular hours. This works in tandem with the overtime. So if overtime is set to bank after 40 hours, the system will first bank the 5 hours in excess of 35 at regular, and then once they reach 40 hours, it would begin to bank the hours in excess of 40 at overtime. The CUPE Dues feature in the Nebs Payroll Export Policy now allows the max amount to be adjusted. In Premium Setup, set to time-lapse, we added the period of a month. With this enabled, if an employee works more than 100 hours in a month, it will pay 1 hour at a rate of $250. This can be used for the COVID pay bonus. In Utility Security, added an option when editing the user to permit the creation of global bucket filters. With this enabled, when the user signs on and creates a new filter, they can check on global, and then this filter will show up under all other users in the system. That's all for the updates. Now we'll go through the various fixes. Fixed an error in the previous version during payroll export collection. Fixed a spelling error in the job reference analysis report. Fixed the Excel output for the attendance exception analysis employee summary report. Fixed option pay entire shift to majority day, so it now does what the option states.